I think the book that we're here to celebrate is the start of a career. It's not the end of a research project or a book writing activity. I'm looking forward to seeing how Deborah's work develops. I'm looking forward to directing students that I teach and are taught here and elsewhere in this university and in universities beyond London, beyond the UK, to look at the issues that are raised, to look at how Deborah presents these issues, carries them forward, and gives us opportunities to look at this kind of material. I think Deborah's work is fantastic. I think her energy and her commitment is extraordinary. It's my great honour to be here tonight and say these few words on behalf of the London College of Communication.
I would like you to join me in giving her a very, very warm welcome. Sister Ekua, also known as Esther Stanford. Thank you very much and greetings to everyone. I'd like to first of all thank Deborah, Sister Deborah, for inviting me to really say a few words. It's very humbling, and I just wanted to say I'm extremely proud of you because, you know, I've been sort of working with Deborah and sharing ideas for a couple of years, and she is an extremely determined woman, extremely focused, and I think we should all bear testimony to the fact that when she says she's going to do something, she does it, and she has done it. And so I think we should be extremely proud of her in terms of her achievements and what she has set out to do, and in particular, charting a course in this country of journalism and activism that's tied to that, that is really unprecedented. And I think especially, and not because of, but especially I think it's important because as women, we often don't get that kudos. Still in a society that, contrary to popular belief, is still quite dominated by men. Even when they say, oh, black women are doing better than black men, it's still, if you look at globally, our numbers, it's still quite a male-dominated society. So I really just want to thank you for inviting me and just to say how proud I am of you and what you've achieved.
One of the reasons why I wrote this book is because colorism, and I'll explain it because Sandra did say, what is colorism? People are aware of it, but perhaps not by this terminology. But basically, colorism is where we have hang-ups within our communities about our skin colour. Thank you. we have hang-ups about our skin colour, but it's a bit more serious than just perhaps wanting to be a few shades lighter. It's far more serious than that because the consequences of this process of discrimination that occurs within people of the same ethnic group is that it has not just social consequences in terms of people perhaps feeling that they're not attractive, that they're not accepted to the degree that they would use chemicals to light their skin, but we're talking about people whose economic outcomes are determined by their skin colour. In this book, I wanted to alert people to that so that they too could perhaps try to locate themselves in the global African community and be sensitised to the fact that many other people of African descent elsewhere in the world share the same experience.
What I get out of that presentation is how important the book is. How bold and important this work is. It's something that many of us are aware of, but we don't talk about. Now, as a colleague in academia, as I see this work that has dates, statistics, voices, this research is rigorous. And this work is something that I'm sure is going to take you around the world.
It's very educative. It throws some light on so many controversy, and it shows the true identity and how we should be proud of ourselves, how we should be confident, how we should develop the kind of pride of being black.
I've only read the introduction to the book, but it seems very interesting, and it's a big eye-opener into ourselves and how we sort of fit in the world, and within our own race.
The section of the book where Deborah Gabriel, she explains about how basically colour affects a lot of people within Latin America, and how the colour issue affects not only the colour of your skin, but it affects on how you go to get a job, on how you survive in your society. And I really think that the book is going to open up a lot of people's eyes on issues that are not being talked about. And if you don't talk about the issues, then they're not going to get solved.
It's refreshing to know that someone has actually decided to document it, the ideas raised. Usually you'll talk amongst your family or your friends about the issue, but it's actually quite nice that someone has decided to put it out there in the mainstream and let it be known what's going on. It's a learning experience. People who probably don't know about it will learn something. Those who know a bit will probably know more.